access level has recently increased. Excellent. Incoming message.
Welcome, agents, to episode 83 of Behind the Scanner. Your hosts for tonight are Frank and Jesse. Hosting our chat room on BehindTheScanner.com is Daphne, and I'm Kelly. Our special guests tonight are Joshua from the Dominican Republic and Renia from Greece. Truth Seeker H. Richard Loeb, also known as P.A. Chapeau, will join us tonight. Welcome to the show. Have a question for our guests? Join us during the broadcast in our live chat room on our website, BehindTheScanner.com, or you can submit questions through the YouTube Q&A tool. If you know someone who would make a great guest, submit their information to us at BehindTheScanner.com and click on Guest Suggestions. Subscribe to our channel and watch previous recordings on YouTube, or listen to audio-only episodes on SoundCloud. For all the latest updates and news, follow us on Google+ and Facebook. And now, your hosts of Behind the Scanner.
Hello, agents. Good evening. Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Scanner. I'm one of your hosts, Frank, here with Jesse tonight. And please welcome our two guests. We have Joshua and Renia joining us tonight. Welcome, agents.
Hello.
Hey. Hey, guys. Jesse, you hanging out over there?
I'm having it, all colored in blue.
It's a hat day. It's a hat show tonight, folks.
Hats.
Later tonight, joining us for the Weekly Truth, we have Mr. Jose Antonio Rey, and from Operation Essex, of course. And for the look inside the scanner, we have, of course, Bev Games helping us out with that. So, without further ado, Joshua, how you doing, bud?
I'm pretty good.
Or should I call you Noobboy?
Yeah, that's better.
That's better. You identify that better, okay. And Renia, I have you as Tivora Karn?
Yep.
Nice. So thanks for joining us, guys. It's great to have you both here.
Call me Renia. It's easier.
Okay. Let's get right into it with the first question. Tell us a little something about yourselves. What do you do with your spare time when you're not busy playing Ingress?
Who answers first?
I want to go with you, Renia. You're alive and ready to go.
Okay. So I'm a pharmacist. I have my own pharmacy. It's a family business. So I run it together with my brother. And when I'm not working, because I'm working a lot of hours, at least 12 every day, usually I go, if I have time, of course, playing Ingress. It's the first. And the second one is that usually I like to go to dance. So when I have time, I do both.
Nice.
But mostly I'm working, so it's difficult all the time. I wish I could play more, I don't play a lot, as I wished at least. No, but it's okay,
Good.
I don't know what else do you want.
Don't worry, we got plenty of show to go.
Okay.
Noobboy, how about you?
Well, most of the time I'm working. I'm a workaholic. I work 12 or 13 hours a day.
And that's no joke. I mean, where are you right now?
Oh, come on. Don't put me on the spot. At work, of course. Yeah, but I'm a trainer for DirecTV in Spanish here, and I love it. It's a really good project. So if you have a cable TV and you call in Spanish, you maybe got one of our guys.
Nice. Well, I haven't called in Spanish, but I am a happy customer, so props to that.
All right, that's good. That's awesome.
That's okay. I have no Spanish at all, so I'm horrible. So while playing Ingress, what have you learned about yourself? For example, are you a fighter or a recruiter or a planner? We'll start with Renee first. So what have you learned about yourself?
I've learned about myself that I can recruit people, usually, and it's much easier for me, to say the truth. And when I see new people, new players log in the game, and to my team, I'm start speaking, and start saying, okay, come here to us. You pick the best team and stuff like that. That I didn't know that had it, before. And also, I don't lead, I don't like to lead. I'm a fighter, mostly. I'm on the field. So I'm good in helping people to the field, to battles and everything that needs.
So what's your favorite part about being in the field? What do you like to do when you're out in the field? Other than meeting people, of course.
No, to the portal fighting mostly. I love when I beat frogs in the front.
You're gonna go destroying the portals. What about you, Joshua?
At first, I was like a hardcore gamer. I would like to go with the field and play really, really hard, to get those APs. But now I'm more like, operator. I like to contribute during operations, helping others behind the scanner, like we are now watching Intel and helping them. So most of the time, I just now play regularly from work to home, from home to work, but now my specialty is ops. I like it better.
What part of ops do you like the best?
Bath? Can I say that, like, the meaning of it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Since the Dominican Republic is an island, it is fairly easy to do a bath. So you just pick 3 points very far away, and you get a pretty big field.
Just roll some dice, pick some portals. Go for it.
There is nothing in between. That's why it's fairly easy.
Nice. Well, sticking with you, Joshua, we heard that you're reading up on some Ingress history. As the philosopher George Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. So, is there something that stands out to you in Ingress history that you would hope not to be repeated, since you've been studying it recently?
Yes, actually, I don't know if you can recall when the Helios anomaly went on, there was this virus that Deborah put into the portal network that makes the portals decay like really, really fast.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Everybody was freaking out.
Oh.
They were saying like, let's put 1 star in the Play Store in Amazon because the game is really, really bad. A lot of people complaining about their portals, Guardian portals. So I think that's one of the things that I don't want to happen again, because it was really, really hard to maintain those portals during that virus.
Yeah, that was rough, man. That was some hustle. Like, I remember just having to, like, drive around town just to pick up XM, and there were days when there was seriously no XM in town. It was dumb. Like, I couldn't believe it.
I think that IQ Tech realized it, and they put more power cubes into the portal.
They did, but it was like a week later or so, or like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Did anyone else lose Guardian? Because I actually lost my Guardian.
A lot of people did. A lot of people did.
Yeah, that was crazy. I remember that.
But it was fun, though. It was fun.
It was fun, but I'm glad it was only temporary, because that's going out. Like, that would steer. I couldn't. No. Especially those portals that were like a hike, man. I don't know about where you're at, but here in Southern California, some of these portals are like on top of mountains, and it's just stupid. They have to relight those things.
Yeah, we don't have too many around where I live at that are like that, but yeah, there are a few that are pretty far out there. And when they went gray, it's like, dang it, now we can't use them.
Yeah.
So for everyone watching, you can interact with us live at the chat room at the website behindthescanner.com. Just go there and click chat at the top of the screen, and you should be able to just type in a name and hit chat, and you can chat with us live. Post your questions inside the chat room, and you may get some codes. If Miss Parker is there watching. Now, how did each of you start playing Ingress? Renee, we'll start with you.
It was 3 years ago for the start, around December, January, 12 to 13. So I was working, you know, and we were returning with my brother from work, and I was watching him, you know, till working together, you know, and I was expecting to go to the home, you know, and he was taking the other way around, you know, and he was walking, with his cell phone, and I said, okay, what is he doing? I followed him, and he was stopping in the monuments, and we have near our apartment, you know, we have a lot of churches, statues, and stuff like that. So he was walking and doing something with the cell phone. One time I said, okay. After 3-4 times, I've asked him, what the hell are you doing, you know, with your cell phone? And he told me that I'm playing something that is very, very, very interesting. And, you know, if you want to see it, you know, and he told me the Ingress. So I downloaded it to my cell phone, and I started playing. At the beginning, I was ready to choose enlightenment, you know. Enlightened, and he told me, no, you won't choose enlightened because I can help you, you know, level up, you know, and stuff like that. I told him, no, it will be interesting, you know, to be in opposite teams, so to maybe level up faster. But I chose at the end resistance, and I picked the best team. So I started playing, and from then, you know, I've never stopped playing Ingress, and I love it very much, and I found it very, very, very interesting, and I wish I had more time to play.
So you started as a stalker. So you started as a stalker, stalking other Ingress players.
No.
You gotta watch out for those resistance players. What about you, Joshua?
Well, it is actually pretty funny how I found out the game. I was playing in someone else's phone the game that by the time it was a hit, it was a viral game, and it was called Flappy Bird. Can you recall that game?
Flappy Bird?
Yes. I was trying to beat his score, and this ad pops up in the screen that it says Ingress. It's not a game, and then I just hit on that and download the game, and I was, you know, hooked. I was engaged, and then I realized that it was so cool that I have a portal nearby my house. It was a church, and it was 11 at night, and I decided, like, okay, let me try this. And by the time I realized now that I put myself in a dangerous situation just for playing a game, because nearby house, there was a lot of conflicts by the time, and I was watching my phone and watching the church and saying, like, wow, this is really cool. I mean, like, how can they do this? And I cannot remember when was my first time that I did a control field, or I did an OP, but it was funny. Yeah, I did enjoy it a lot, my time during the early days of Ingress.
So how is your score in Flappy Bird?
It was 300 something by the time.
Mine's 2.
Well, I was bored. There was nothing else to do at 11 p.m.
No. So what did you do at that, Frank? You ever play with it?
Play what? Flappy Bird?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going down that trap, man. I'm not falling in that one, and I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
I think that
No.
actually the Android, the Lollipop, I guess, that you have that when you press, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time I played it, and my score is like 2.
No, but I mean the Android version, it's mean. It's really hard.
So, Renia, we all know
Yes.
you're a competitive player, and
Let's say.
and that you love to battle for portals. Can
Yes.
you tell us a story of an epic battle with a portal that you've had?
I have a lot of stories, but one is very, very, very funny, and it was around 2 months ago. Um, I was hiking and cliff hiking in our portals, in my city, the center of the city. Majority of the portals are blue, and Link and everything, they are level 7, level 8 portals. So usually the frogs are coming to destroy them, normal. So I was leveling up a new guy. I was helping him to level up from level 7 to level 8, and we were making links, and stuff like that. And when we finished, um, I said to him, let's go do some hacks, more hacks, for you to take items. And we were walking by a small road that leads to a square that has 3, 4 portals, and all the exams were the portal didn't have any exam. So I told him, "Uh-oh, someone is here, So let's see. This road had 2, 3 bars and one restaurant, small restaurant. And I said to him, okay, let's go and see who is there. Probably they're not ours, because if they're ours, we should have known it, because usually we speak in Hangout. So, and we passed through the restaurant, and I saw in the table sitting 10 frogs, eating, and they had on our portals, they were almost 8 level. They changed the seals and they put multi-hacks and hit sinks, so to be able to hack. And I said to him, oh, yes, they've changed the seals, meaning that they want to take items. So I have an idea. We will flip the portals and we start destroying them, so they won't be able to take items. And he said to me, oh, how could we do that? Because he was a noob, in the beginning of the game. So I told him, okay, I want you only to deploy resonators and deploy shields. I will do the rest. And we flipped the 3 portals, and they were all, in the, wow, what's happening, And it started the war, with 3 portals. There were 6, 7, level 8, level 10 up players, frogs, against 2 of us. And of course they lost all portals, or both 3. They didn't manage even to take one, because they were trying to deploy all together. And when you try all together to deploy one portal, nothing happens. And we were cooperating, I was destroying, he was deploying, and I was helping him, so it was very, very, very funny, and we beat them. Of course, we took the portals. They didn't manage to take any portals, so they came out, 2 of them. Okay, let us take the portal, for God's sake, how many people you are outside? 2, we are only 2. And afterwards, we said to them, if you want to take them, because you don't know how to play. But it was very, very funny. And then our reinforcement came, 2 guys more, and we let them take it, and they said, okay, we don't want them now, we would destroy our fun. So they let us, not build it, but we left it like that, and but it was very funny. And the other guy, the noob guy, and my team player said, oh, we beat them, yes, it's the first time, yes. It was very funny moment. But 6, 7 people against 2, and they don't know how to play, unfortunately, in my city. I don't know how going to you all, to your country, but here they don't know how to play, unfortunately. so it's for our good. This is the story.
Yeah.
But it was very, very, very funny, and it was very
Absolutely.
satisfying to see the faces.
In all fairness, I
And
had
the
myself muted so I wouldn't interrupt your story when I was laughing.
It was very, very funny, indeed. I liked it very
Nice.
much, and they hate me for this.
Yeah, those are the things that make it fun, right? When you're out there in the field and you have these moments that you can tell stories about. I mean, that's what made it fun for me. It was awesome.
Yes, very.
So, before we get to our second guest, it's time for our weekly truth. This week we have Jose Antonio Rey joining us from Lima, Peru, to catch us up on the developments of the Ingress storyline. Everyone, please welcome Operation Essex investigator Jose to the show.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be back again here with you to let you know what's going on with the Niantic storyline. For the past couple of weeks, I've been on and off, but we have been seeing something very interesting. There have been portals which have been dropping some media that have led us to a new anomaly series. It's called Obsidius, and these pieces of media that were being dropped were actually parts of the Obsidian Journal. It was a journal which contained some information about different things that happened in his life. But in different agents around the world have been going to some specific portals to drop to have these media dropped and shared to the world. They are called the Obsidian Explorers, and I'm glad to have them join us on the investigation, since this was a vital part of discovering what's going on after Abaddon, now that we know that this facility exists and all this stuff. There has been also an Ingress report today, which is quite new to Cinema, and she has posted to 2015 years. So if you go to YouTube to find all the events that have been going on during 2015, including the four Darsana shown in Persepolis and Abaddon, recapped, and all that information will be
Oh, we're losing you, buddy.
at youtube.com/ingress. It's the latest video posted by Santo.
Yeah, we're losing you.
Hello?
Yeah, we're losing you. We'll put it in the notes, and we'll go ahead and jump and put the link in there for everyone to catch up on what's going on, since we didn't catch that last little bit. So real quick, thanks, Jose. Appreciate it. We'll be sure to post that link so we can catch up what you were saying there at the tail end. Let's take a break for our guest to go grab a glass of water or, I don't know, partake. Tonight we have a special guest with us. I don't think he needs any introduction. He is the ultimate truth seeker, so please welcome Richard Loeb, a.k.a. P.A. Chapeau, to the show.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, how's it going? Well, morning where you are, I'm assuming?
Good morning.
It might be morning where I am.
Okay. So you've been sharing some news with us lately that you're working on, something new. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, I'm launching a new website. It's a new resource called Investigate Ingress, and I'm hoping that it's going to be a really useful tool for the agents and investigators who've been solving the mysteries behind Ingress all along.
Awesome. So Investigate Ingress sounds pretty interesting then. For the, in that perspective, what can you tell me more about it specifically?
Well, when this all started, I just started with one simple question: what is the Niantic project? And we got that answer, but that question exploded into a million others, and we kept going. People kept throwing stuff in, we kept digging, and the more we learned, the more we understood that big things were happening around us.
Right. Lots of stuff have been happening lately.
Yeah, exactly. And it's hard. It's hard to keep track of it all. It's hard to know what you can do to make a difference. It's hard to know if what you were looking at today or yesterday is still true the following day. And so, you know, since the beginning, I've really only wanted to do one thing.
And what is that one thing?
You know, it's get the truth out there. You know, I want to get agents to understand that big things are happening around them and that they matter. I mean, a lot of the solutions that we've come to and things that we've believed and then changed our minds have come from agents, and they make a difference. So my goal with Investigate Ingress is to make it easier for all of us to work together and find the truth.
Oh, cool. So how's that going to work?
Well, you might remember that I used to run the investigation board on nianticproject.com, and every time we learned something new, I'd put it up there, and then folks would get together in chat rooms, G+, Facebook, and they'd start to puzzle out the truth of it or break it down. You know, but things were scattered. There were all kinds of different resources out there, and that made it maybe more difficult if people were on one source and not another. They might not be seeing what other people were working on. So what I'm trying to do here is to create one place where we can see the new intel as it emerges and talk about it and work together. I mean, people can choose to do that or not, but it's going to be kind of a shared place.
And so everything is moving to the Investigate Ingress site?
Yeah, I'm going to take the investigation over from Verity, and then I'll be running it at Investigate Ingress, and then I'll be putting up, you know, whatever we pretty much find as soon as we find it. And then once it's up there, agents can read things in chronological order, search through stuff, explore different themes, comment, discuss. You can look back at some of the history, perhaps, and hopefully that, you know, helps people feel empowered.
So why are you doing this now?
That's a good question. Well, because I think, you know, I've been on the run, but things are slowing down a little bit for me. At the same time, they're moving faster out there, and we're in the middle of it. So we're part of it, and from what I can tell, we're going to have to take action soon based on the things that we're finding out. And I feel a little bit more stable in being able to work on the site again. So I want to build something to help agents out, get them started, get them oriented, and get them connected. You know, like I said, big things are happening, really big things, obviously, and we can't have our efforts scattered all over the place. We need to focus in and work together to get to the truth.
You said you were in the middle of it. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. You know, when Abaddon ended, all the original Niantic researchers recursed, right?
Right.
So when that happened, we lost an incredible amount of core knowledge, and lots of assumptions we had about the way things were turned out to be wrong. So we have to rebuild our knowledge base, and we need to recruit new eyes to analyze it, eyes without confirmation bias.
So this is a good time for investigators who are afraid of jumping in before to make the leap?
I think it's essential. You know, we're in a new era in which we must value the old and at the same time admit the new. You know, we need people who have a deep body of knowledge, you know, like the Essex folks, but we also need people who have fresh eyes and fresh ideas. We need people with different skill sets, people who can get out there and recover intel, you know, like we've seen with the Obsidious explorers. People who can solve clues are always invaluable, and people who can deploy what we find out to their advantage on the ground at anomalies. After Abaddon, things have been set in motion, and we need to be working together, agents and investigators.
So you said after Abaddon, things were in motion. Can you elaborate?
Well, I mean, Jahan and Hank Johnson used a prime artifact, you know, the powerful ancient XM object called the Wind Jewel to unlock Abaddon and bring back the researchers as simulacra. But when you use a prime artifact, you trigger other things, obviously.
You mean like that Jarvis message? Now something's happening in the circle of Obsidious can be unlocked?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So you see how it works. Using XM technology like a prime artifact does have consequences. And those consequences have their own consequences. It's like a chain reaction.
Right. So what's the consequence of the Circle of Obsidius?
I don't know. I just know that the Acolyte seems hell-bent on following the trail of this ancient Roman explorer, and he was clearly tuned in to the world of XM in a pretty significant way.
And Johanna is equally determined to stop her?
Or to find herself. I mean, if I had to guess, I think this is, something powerful that could pose a real threat to the Shapers, the Nazir, or both. Both the Acolyte and Jahan are going to want to control that. It only makes sense.
So that's why you've been following the Obsidious journal pages that agents have been finding all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, it's critical. If we can find out what Obsidious did in the past, we can use that knowledge to affect the present, and we can use it to control the anomalies and guide our actions.
And agents can find all this info on Investigate Ingress?
Yes, they can.
That's great. When is it going to be up?
As a matter of fact, it's up right now. It's at investigate.ingress.com, so anyone can go and explore it, and this is just the beginning. This will grow and evolve as we work together. If one thing is clear to me, it's that knowledge of the investigation will be essential for Obsidian. And every agent is going to matter. Every agent, every investigator.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on Behind the Scanner, PA. Appreciate it.
Hey,
good info.
Thank you for having me. I love you guys. You guys keep up the great work.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yay!
Well,
hi guys, now somebody else is back.
Yes!
Wow. I know.
Wait, who are you?
I know. I'm trying to do my best Frank impression.
It's the other bearded guy.
Exactly. But I come with gifts, and since I am not muted, I was debating, should we do the drinking game thing, and I should talk, but no. So let's just get right to it, right? This is the code of the show. Bam! Like old times, right there. Right over the shoulder. What is that? It's a 6FNN. Oh gosh, I don't want to do that phonetic thing. 6 Foxtrot, Nancy, 2 Nancy, Oscar, Whiskey. Yeah, okay, you guys, you can figure it out. So, while they're all writing that down and punching it in, how have you guys been doing?
Good, man. I'm just refilling my cup, growing my beard.
I'm just chatting in the chat room.
Awesome. You got a couple of guests. I'm jealous of that you guys get to talk to these guests because they're pretty cool people that I would have loved to have interviewed myself, but it's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're not exactly slumming it yourself, man.
No, that's true, but it's still interacting with you guys. You're what the game is all about. So enough about me. I'm gonna go disappear back into the back room, and I think the codes have been up there long enough. So with that, I guess who are we turning it back over to? Frank?
Yeah. This guy is gonna be on your screen for a little bit longer. So we don't have Feb games tonight, but I think we do have some minor changes we can talk about. Jesse, why don't you fill us in on what you got?
All right. So as of earlier, we had the APK 1.92.1. The biggest change here is bulk load and unload. Finally, we can unload our capsules all at once and load them all at once.
Super exciting. Yay.
It actually is. It is very exciting. And it's quite smart, too. I mean, it will, if you're on filtered on your weapons, it'll start with whatever weapon you have and then move backwards. Same thing
little
with
things that count.
Yes, it is one of the biggest changes, and everyone should enjoy their capsules now. Makes it a lot easier. The second thing, there were a few new sounds. You go to the fabgames.net, and there are a few new sounds out there for Beacon, Fracker, and Keylocker. So You can go there and read all about the new additions to our capsules, and hopefully everyone will be happy and praise the Ingress gods that they've finally added it. We've been asking for a while. Oh. All right, so big thanks to PHFO for bringing the scoop. Let's pick it back up with our guests, with Joshua and Renee. Sorry.
Renia.
Renia.
Renee, I don't know why. It looks like Renee when I look at it. Ren.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
so,
not so difficult.
That's true. However, if you see my last name, you think it would be difficult. But what's the longest stretch you've ever stayed awake playing Ingress? And we'll start with Joshua.
That's a really good question, by the way.
It is, actually. If you remember shards, you can remember me. I will not tell my whole story about shards because it's a little bit embarrassing, but I can tell that shards keep me awake big time during Shonin, during Persepolis, and I travel a lot because of it. I have to travel from my home to 220 miles to the south in order to, get the shard and babysit that shard right there. Spend 24 hours just hoping that no resistance will get there, and wait to the other day to link it out to the other corner of my country and travel there to babysit the shard, and then wait for my colleagues in Miami in order to take it out. And that was like a total of 48 hours. Probably 48 to 70. I'm sorry?
Were you traveling by yourself the whole time? Did you have anyone
Yes,
to help? Or, all by yourself? Oh, wow. That's a long time to be up.
Yeah.
Those pesky resistance agents, I tell you.
Wake up, shard's gone.
Yeah.
What about you, Ren? What's the longest you've stayed playing Ingress?
I don't have, of course, the record that Noobboy has. No, 48 hours, for God's sake. The maximum hours were around 15 to 17 hours. When I was trying to help my team make a project, to our country, and we were driving to destroy some links and stuff like that, and together with the frogs have decided to combine and destroy everything in my city. So it took us 6 hours to rebuild everything from the beginning. So altogether it was around 15 hours. It's not so fancy and as Noobboy, to drive.
Yeah, you got almost 3 times on you.
Totally. Unfortunately, I don't have the time, to do. I wish I had the time, but my work is so tight. So the hours that I'm playing, that I have them, I'm very happy. So I don't have a lot of time to. But if you let me, I can stay awake 48 hours. Me too. Very easy.
Tell you what, we'll send you some Red Bulls when you're ready, and we'll make this happen. Send you a whole case of Red Bulls.
I don't have need for Red Bulls. I'm okay.
Okay.
That sounds like we have a challenge. See which one of you two can stay up the longest.
Yeah.
Oh.
With Jesse, am I the only one with Jesse calling her Ren? Like, I just want to call her MC Ren now. See if she's got any flow. Like, I want to hear it. All right, guys. So here's your chance to provide some advice to newer players or brand new players to Ingress, for that matter. What mistakes you made when you first started playing Ingress? Presuming that you guys all figured out how to walk.
Wow.
So Noobboy, let's start with you.
All right. Well, for me, it was not trying to do the things by myself, not working as a team player. It was one of the biggest mistakes. And then I realized that working together, asking questions, getting involved with the community was one of the things that helped me out. And another mistakes that usually new people do is do not pay attention to those um, uh, the how can they call it, the medals that you have on your scanner. You know that you have a certain amount of links in order to get a badge, a certain amount of control fields in order to get a badge. People just play and don't pay attention to those, and then now that we have 16 levels, when they reach level 8, then they go like, oh wow, now I need to work on that. So if you work since the beginning, just ahead of your game, like saying, okay, let me do first 2,000 links. I know it's crazy, but if you put your mind on it, by the time that you reach level 8, it would only have to do AP in order to get to the level that you need.
Yeah, it's a good little tip there. Focus on what matters. It's a little shortened in the end.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is.
MC Ren, how about you?
Oh.
What?
Did you get it?
Oh, do you have any tips for new players to Ingress?
Who, me?
Yes.
Sorry.
He's like, join the resistance. That's all you need.
No. This is the first step. The second step is the mistake I've made. Mostly when I started playing Ingress was that I was very fanatic in it, and in the teams, and because of some issues that we had with the other frogs at the beginning of the Ingress when we were playing. I was very, very fanatic against them, and I've said, we need to beat them and destroy them, and don't want them because, all this stuff, but it's not good. So afterwards, I've understand that this is a game, and it's something that we all like doing, and it's a community game that you play, you meeting new people, you play all together, and I've decided that this wasn't good, this behavior. So I've fixed that, and since then I'm trying to tell every new player that it's coming to the game, that it's a game that we cooperate, that we're playing, and fanatism and everything else not good, So this was my mistake, and I agree also with Noobboy everything that he said. I'm advising also about the badges and how you need to play properly, and so to level up fast and to be able after 8th level, to take more levels. This was my mistake. Yes, I don't have any other mistakes in English. Everything else was okay. Yes. So
yeah. So
enjoy the game,
You both seem to agree. It's you need more community. You need to join the community and work on those badges early.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. That's cool.
And give them advice how to beat frogs, of course.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that community is paramount to any agent's success in this game. Like, it's just, you just can't go it alone and be successful in the long term.
Exactly.
I have to agree with you, Frank. And for everyone watching, remember you can submit questions for our guests. We'll ask them shortly. If you're watching YouTube, you have to click the banner at the bottom of the video that says "Be part of the conversation," and from there, click the square grid menu in the upper right-hand corner and choose QA. You could also submit questions in the chat, IRC chat as well, if you're in there. For both of you, you've both been playing Ingress for quite a few years. At least Ren said she was at least 3 years ago. It has been changed quite a bit since you first started. Is there anything you miss about the early versions of the game? And Joshua, we'll start with you.
All right. For me, I think this is kind of a tough question, but many of you that have played for a long time knows that there was a time where you can put 4 mods on the portal. I miss that time. I mean, like 2 mods, it's not enough for an agent to, cover a portal if it's alone in the dark, and you have like 3 resistant agents, and you only have 2 options, and they have like 4 options, or 6 options. So I miss that you can place 4 mods in one portal.
Would you rather have 4 mods or AP for placing mods?
No, mods. It's better.
Mods?
Yeah. Now with the access, mods, it's,
What about you, Ren? What are you missing from the early days?
I also agree with for the mods. It was fantastic, and if I remember well, you were able to, if you put a wrong mode that you didn't want to, you can change. You got the opportunity to change it. I've missed it very much, and also I've missed the decay of the portals. I don't want them to decay. I hate this. At the beginning of the game, the portals were staying like that, till you destroy them, and you didn't need to recharge them all the time,
Yeah.
Because when you have a lot of portals, and you need to recharge every day because you're holding the farm, so everyone comes and farm, it's very annoying to spend cubes or to spend more energy so to charge the portals, And I missed very much the age that we didn't need to recharge them. And also one thing that I've missed, it's damn it, I forgot it now. What was it? The beginning. I don't remember now. It was one more thing that, but now because I'm still sleepy.
It's alright. It's alright.
If I remember, we'll tell you that afterwards.
Yeah, we just need a area effect bomb to recharge all our portals, so we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Nice. So I got a question. I mean, what are factions like in your areas? I mean, are you guys able to kind of work together, have a good relationship, and do all the cross-factiony stuff? And also, have you guys visited an area where you saw something good going on and you kind of wanted to maybe bring some of those cross-faction activities back to your region?
Who first?
Let's go with Noobboy.
All right. Well, here it's a mixed feeling about cross-faction. We kind of do with the first Saturday thing. We just get together sometimes, but work together in order to create those field arts, like link arts and that kind of stuff. That's a no-no so far, because when it gets to the game, everybody have their different levels of understanding of what is a relationship. Sometimes people go like, I know we can be friends, but in the game we are not. So if you're not friends in the game, how can you work together in order to create something? So, but yes, I was on Persepolis, DC, and it was really, really nice how they, party together, do stuff together. They were really friendly, and I wish that we can have that here in DR. And we're gonna get there. We actually have a kind of environment where we can go and play with resistant agents. And during the first Saturday, we are talking about getting, involve more new agents to do stuff together. So yeah, I think we're getting there. Not yet, but we're getting there.
Very good. MC Ren?
We have the same issue here. A little worse than Noobboy there. We can cooperate here. We've started the last few months to make an understanding with the frogs here, especially with some new guys that they've started playing, and they were more open-hearted, and open-minded people, and we were starting to discussing some stuff, about how to cooperate in the portals, and we don't speak about to create something in the city. This is impossible to happen, unfortunately, because we have both teams have players that are more hardcore, and they work alone and they don't cooperate with the team. The frogs here, for example, they split in two now. They have civil war between them because they have two players that don't cooperate with anyone, and they creating all these issues in their team and to the game generally. So I don't believe that. I wish we could work together. We were tried since the beginning to work and do something, to schedule something, and to do a good, as the other countries do, cooperation, cross-faction meeting to eat together, to go for a beer, We didn't manage to do that. Even when we were hosting Persepolis here in my city, we were trying, with the Latin guy that we were cooperating about the event, the clusters and everything, which I was very afraid, to try, to organize the event here, our small city. So we're trying to cooperate, and we said, let's go and try after the event, to go all the players, both teams, to go somewhere, to eat or to have to beer, because they came a lot of players from countries around Greece, to play, and we were open to everything, And the Latin guy say, I wish I could do it, but our team, doesn't want to have anything to do with you all, They want to go elsewhere, They don't like it to be all together, And we split up, And it was very, very bad because the image that you're showing to the players that are coming to your city to play and enjoy the game, you're giving an impression that you don't enjoy the game, you don't. It's not a game, It's a hostility and things like that. I don't like it, and we're trying at least to a few guys to start and make some understanding, but I don't believe that it will work. Need some people from both teams to stop playing, and maybe something will change. And I was very happy and very when I've been to Abaddon, and it was very nice to see people, both factions, to cooperate, and to make an understanding and to go for beer, It's very, very, very nice thing because it's a game, and we all like it, we're all playing it, and we don't have to split anything, But unfortunately, here it's very difficult. It's very difficult.
Can we all just get along?
Yeah.
Is it really that hard?
It is the hard. It is hard.
It is hard. It is hard, especially when you have people that they are playing by only for themselves, and they don't care about their team. They don't care about anything. You
Yeah,
know,
you
they
got the
want
lone
to
wolves that
believe.
kind of throw a wrench in everything.
Yes, they ruin everything. Really.
All right, quick question. If you could do any field art, what would it be? Joshua, any cross-faction field art, what would you want to do if you had the ability to do it?
I don't know. I don't have anything in mind right now, but
Nothing in mind?
I guess something crazy, something like those starburst. I like those.
Big Starburst?
Yeah.
What about you, Ren? What if you could do any cross-faction artwork, what would you want to do?
We were planning a long time ago to create our symbol, our city symbol, you know, which is the White Tower. So we were planning to create this, you know, White Tower, and to make it, you know, big, and to have the Greek flag also, you know, and were this was our dream, you know, to do it if we were able to do it. But unfortunately, as I said, it will be very difficult. But it would have been very beautiful, very beautiful.
Sounds like very similar to the Russian clock tower, was it, that they did like last year, the year before, for that New Year's or whatever. But anyway, what's the farthest you've traveled for Ingress for an anomaly or an op, or to capture a portal? Let's start with you, Joshua. You said you drove 200 miles
Well,
for the shards.
yes, but the far that I traveled was December Abaddon in Oakland. So it was a connected flight. So I was going first to DC, then from DC I go to Oakland, from Oakland again to Miami, from Miami to my country. So I don't know how many miles. Probably, I don't know, 2,000 or something. I just crossed the entire United States.
You're a world traveler.
Yeah.
What about you, Ren? What's the farthest you traveled?
Oh, very far. Kidding. The most far that I drove, you know, was only to destroy links and around my city. 2 hours. Come and go, you know, to the portals. Maximum, you know. About kilometers, around 100 something, you know. I don't have a lot of kilometers. As a player, you know.
It's not too shabby.
Not too bad.
At least you didn't say it was your driveway or like the 5 blocks away.
No, we don't need the car here, 5 blocks away.
Yeah, 100 kilometers? I can live with that.
So what down my road?
So, I have to ask, are you guys ready for some some people in the chat room have questions? Are you guys ready for them?
Yes.
All right. So, this first one is going to be for a Noobboy, and this is from Shade from Trees, and he wants to know, actually it's for both of you, sorry. He wants to know, what level are you both?
15 right now, nearly 16.
I'm 20,000 before 15 too. Tomorrow I won't get it.
Nice. Let's see. Oh, this one's good because the Bacon Quake thinks that he never gets to ask any questions, so I'm going to load him up right away. So, how have you handled your local community's reaction? This is for Noobboy, sorry. Your local community's reactions to creating BAFs that cover your island. I have to assume, at least here too, that it kind of, especially the guys that want to get the AP, that you kind of cover over them, right? How do you handle the reactions?
No, well, at first for the resistance, they went like meh, and then it was a little bit more challenging because they went like, okay, so you're putting big ass fields, okay, well, let's put some to see what you can do.
Challenge
So
accepted.
yeah, the community, it's right now as of for this moment, it's really hardcore for those fields, and they really work around the checkpoints. So at first they didn't care that much because it wasn't. They didn't know about how the fields and the things work, the checkpoints. But then it gets interesting now.
Nice. Nice. And oh, look, another question from the Bacon Quake. See, man, showing you all kinds of love. New boy, what was your favorite field op?
And it was called Solar Flare. For those two girls that you know the Ingress Upses show.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The YouTube. Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
yes. I was part of one of them. I was an assistant up, so I was shadowing, and it was really, really cool. I mean, those Link and Very Rare are the best.
Yeah, yep. Let's see. What do we have here? Oh, another one from Shade from Trees. This is for my friend over here, MC Ren. What is your favorite portal to hack?
To hack a level 8 portal full of heatsink and multi-hack. If it's a green one, it would be better because it would take more AP. But usually we have blue portals level 8. It's the same, almost the same, except the points. Which is my favorite portal, of course, because taking items.
Okay, I got one more because it looks like Joshua has to take off here in a little bit. So we'll make this one quick. Joshua, see, this is again the Bacon Quake for the hat trick. What's your favorite portal that you have a key to, and what's the story behind it?
It's the van, the van that they have in United States, the one that have a mission on it. So that van has a really cool story behind it because when I was trying to do the mission, which is really hard, because when you have the van, you have a cross-faction fight between the missions, and one of the missions, in order to get that badge, was to link to another portal. So I was hoping to get that mission done, and the place was closing, so I just right after they closed, I was just throwing that link, and it went down. So I have that key in order to remember that hard that is to fight between the Resistance and the Enlightenment's one portal.
Totally. So I know you got to go because you're running out of time. So I'm going to skip ahead here real quick, and I want to make sure that you take part in the the behind the scanner tradition of getting your 60 seconds. Okay. So before you go, you've got 60 seconds. Take the floor.
All right. My wife, so she has been supported since the beginning, even though she now plays more than I do. And my team, which is the Team Dravia, it's like the Rage team. And my community, just love you guys. Thank you very much for supporting me all this time. And, the international community for this great opportunity, and behind the scanner as well, to have me with you guys. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next time.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for coming on, New Boy.
Bye-bye, New Boy.
Yeah, it's a shame he had to go so quick, but we have been on for a little bit here, so he's at work. I understand. I'm not going to push it.
Yes.
Renia, you still up for a couple more questions before we let you go?
No.
No?
I don't have any questions.
Yeah, nothing if not honest, right?
Kidding. I was very, very, and I'm very, very happy that I'm here, with you all.
All right, so I've got a question for you. How do you feel about the balance of difficulty in the missions? What makes a good mission, and what separates those missions, from just a grind? And that is from Newminute.
Missions. Nice question. I find difficult. No, I like missions that most of the banner missions, that you can see, there's the banner, and it's very, very nice. A hard mission, I found a mission that you need to, it takes you a lot of hours to walk and finish it. So I like very much walk and do missions, but I don't like them when they are, 6-7 hours a mission. I want to finish faster. And I found hard this kind of missions that you need to walk at least 6-7 hours. And when we were creating one banner here, with the Greek flag, we've done it, one of our team created it, and she was trying, to put the portals near portals, and we all the players need to go again and again the same portals, up and down to the missions. And we said, stop this, you destroy the mission. Again and again, up the same street, up and down, up and down. It was the first banner that we tried to do, and it was around 5 hours, and the next one was very, very, very easy, much easier than to put the portals, in the right order, and the missions, so to be able to walk and finish, hiking finish. And the second one was very much better, even if it was again 5.5 hours by foot. So I found difficult this kind of stuff when the missions are a lot of hours, and what was the second second part of the question?
Let's see here. The second part of it, I think that was most of it, right? It was a balance of power in the missions, and versus missions that you just kind of grind through, right? I think you kind of hit that on the head.
No, so I love missions.
I do. Yeah, there's some really creative ones. People have really done kind of a good job over the past, probably even, almost a year, over a year now.
For sure.
Some really amazing.
In the game.
Star Wars artwork and stuff like that. But
yeah. Some cool stuff, man.
I want to fly to Europe and do banner missions.
Yeah, the banner missions in Europe are pretty epic. I like those, for sure. I've done a couple of those, and they're pretty rad.
Yes, true.
So, Renia, you made it. You made it to the end. You get your 60 seconds. I'm sorry I don't have a T-shirt for you, though.
T-shirt.
So part of the tradition, right, is that you get your 60 seconds. So you can give a shout out, you can rant, you can praise the players in the game. You ready?
I'm ready, but okay.
All right, the floor is yours.
Oh, for God's sake, I hate it. I'm not used to it, First of all, I want to say that to remind all of the players and the new players, that are coming in the game, that it's a game. It's a game that we are playing and we have fun, and this is the first thing. And I believe that it's nice to be try to be open-minded when you're coming to the game, to be yourself, but to try to be more flexible, with the communication with the other teams, and with the players, to be a team player. It's a very basic, important thing to this game. Without the teams and the cooperation, nothing happens. And I wish I had my relationship, to be more supportive to me. Usually they're not, They say you're playing a lot, and it's nice to have a supportive, someone to support you. I have my brother because he's playing too, so we are together, and at least I have someone. It's nice to have someone to support you in this, and of course we need to do not forget that the real life goes first, because sometimes we're forgetting that when we're playing. The real life goes first, then the game, and let's try to enjoy it, and of course join the resistance. We don't speak about it, it's obvious. And I'm very happy that to be a part on resistance, and I'm very proud, and I've met a lot of new friends, people from all around the world, and this is for me the basic success of this game, and the basic thing, that you're meeting people, new people, you're traveling a lot, if you have, of course, the time and the money to travel to events and stuff like that. So if someone haven't been in an event, it's I advise that you need to do it, especially in primary events. It's worth it, to go, and I'm very happy to be part of this game, and I love this game, and I will continue playing it till I don't know when.
Awesome. Right on. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much for hosting me. I was okay. Said okay, behind the scanner, okay. Let's see. I'm very proud and very. I thank you all, for having me here, and I'm sorry that I don't speak well English, and if something, but I'm very, very happy.
That was good.
Yeah, you're good. Thank you for being on the show. Sorry about completely obliterate your name the whole show.
It's okay. I'm used to it,
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
And you don't want to know my whole name. You will not be able to pronunciate it. This is the second part of my name.
Thank you for being with us, and see you on the field, hopefully.
Yes,
absolutely.
Hopefully. Especially Obsidian events, for sure. Primary. Yep. I will be in Vienna, for sure.
All right, folks.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Appreciate everyone tuning in for Behind the Scanner this week. Tell your friends, tell your buddies, your girlfriends, your little buddies. Catch us on YouTube if you missed this episode, and you can catch up on all the other ones too. So join us next week on Behind the Scanner, and happy hacking.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Have a nice. Woo. I have a question before we.
Let's drink.
Great. I don't have any drinks. Sorry. I have tea. I have coffee, but
we're still alive.
Can we, if my brother wants to see it, can he see it, watch it, the episode afterwards?
Oh yeah. It'll be on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Go look it up.
We can do our credits dance.